I'm making this video today about saving because I feel like it's super dope to save, pretty much. You know, it's mad lit over there. Hi YouTube.
So, yeah.
I'm making this video today and I'm going to talk to you guys about saving and saving tips and also credit. So I guess to begin with, I wasn't a big saver. I had a job ever since I was 16, and I wish that I would have saved, you know, my money from then till now, because I would have had so much money in my savings account. It would have been super lit. But, you know, life doesn't work like that. So I learned how to save, and my friends, they all have savings accounts. Savings, whatever. They all have savings accounts. And I felt like I was lacking in that aspect, and it kind of made me feel bad about, you know, the person that I was becoming, you know. And I'm like seeing all my friends have all this money in their savings and being able to save. It was really, you know, a lot. It took a toll on me, so to speak. So I opened up a savings account. You know, I always had one, but I never actually put it to use, and put it to good use at that. So now I have two savings accounts. One is for a rainy day, and the second account is, you know, I cannot touch that at all. If I touch that, that is a big no-no. That is a major no, you know. So, yes, and so I went on Pinterest with one of my best friends, and she actually found this 12-week program for me. So what happens with that program is you save $60 the first week, $75 the second week, $85 the third week, $95 the fourth week, $100 the fifth week. Once that fifth week is over, it's going to repeat, and you're going to bump the 60 to 75, but everything else remains the same. So you'll save 65, 75, 85, 95, 100, and then you'll repeat that until 12 weeks. At the end of that 12 weeks, you should have $1,000 in your savings account. So I'm taking money from both my jobs, and I'm doing that because I do work 2 jobs and I get paid every Friday. So I'm able to save, you know, I'm able to do an extensive program where I can take $60 out of my paycheck pretty much. So, yes, don't listen to BuzzFeed, don't listen to Cosmo or any of those magazines saying that is not okay, and that it's okay that you don't have a savings. It is not okay. If you can save, you should save. We'll put it like that. If you're broke and your bills are paid, that is understandable. But if you have money and you're going through money like this, and you're not really setting anything up for your future, then that is not okay. I know that by the age of 25 or 26, I want to have a 750 or higher as my credit score and a certain amount of money in my savings. That's just my goal. I'm not saying that it has to be your goal. I'm saying for me personally, I know that I want to have my dream car, which is a Jeep Wrangler, by the age of 25 or 26. And I want to be able to afford that, and I want to be able to afford a nice apartment. So just be careful and be mindful. You know, you don't have to do that type of extensive program, but it is great that you at least try to save, because if you don't, you're going to wind up with a lot of debt, and when you die, your family's probably going to hate you for it. Credit is something that is important for, you know, our generation to learn about, you know, earlier than it is later, because we have a lot of kids in our generation whose parents pay for everything, or they're scared to open up a credit card because their parents have bad credit and stuff like that. But realistically, when you do go to apply for that certain apartment at the age of 27, and your early, you know, your early 30s or late 20s, when you do try to buy that car and you need to have a credit check or whatever, that's going to help you. So I would suggest applying for a credit card now, building your credit up, and being able to take care of your credit. I don't have bad credit, but I don't have the best credit out there. So therefore, I'm trying to build my credit score, you know, to a certain level. what else was I gonna say? Yes, so credit and savings go hand in hand. And also, when you open up a credit card, do not max out your card, please and thank you. Do not max out your card. That is so stupid. You're only supposed to, when you open up a credit card, if they give you a $300 limit, you're only supposed to go $150. You're supposed to go to the halfway mark, so $150, and then you start making payments. That's how you keep your credit up, and that's how you build your credit. A lot of people, you know, don't understand that. You know, I personally didn't understand that. So now I am sort of paying for it in the end. You know, now I'm like trying to build my credit and, you know, stay on top of it, stuff like that, because I just was thrown in there, you know, pretty much. I didn't have like the guidance. I was thrown in there, and I'm trying to figure it out now, and I'm being a responsible adult, and that's all that matters. You still have time to make up for it. Thank God I learned my mistakes, and I worked with myself, you know. So being thoughtful about that. And the way I broke it down, I guess, if you want to, like, if you like shoes or whatever, because I will spend a lot of money on shoes before I would spend it on the actual clothing. So I feel as though if I want to say 4 pairs of shoes or whatever that I really want, and they're all gonna be about $150. So how did I break that down? So yeah, you can buy 4 pair of shoes if you pay your cards off. How did I do it? I think I did it 3 months or 2 months. I forgot how I did the math. But if you buy $150 pair of shoes in January, February, March, you have that to pay off. You can buy another pair for $150. March, April, May, pay that off. That's how credit is supposed to work. You're not supposed to max out your card and then be like, well, damn, because now you're spreading yourself thin when you're trying to make payments, trying to, you know, not use your credit anymore, so you have to use your cash. But if your cash is all going towards your credit card, it defeats the purpose of having it. You get it? And if you don't have any cash, then you're going to be late on payments, your credit score is going to decrease, and those things really do take effect. It is harder to build your credit, it is harder to rebuild your credit than it is, you know, to lower your credit, or to tarnish your credit, pretty much. So be mindful. What was I going to say? I saved up. I was fortunate enough to have people, you know, some people who donated for me buying a new camera, and I was fortunate enough to save up, and I was fortunate enough to have, you know, different sources of income, so that way I could save up and buy my camera. I'm extremely blessed for that, and that is something that I will not take for granted. And it just taught me, you know, you can buy what you want if you save for it. You can have that nice car by the age of 24 or 23 or whatever the case may be, if you save up for it. If you're able to save and put yourself in this box or this mindset of, I have to save because I want this by this age and stuff like that, you will be able to save. Trust me, it is the hardest thing that I went through. It was a hard process. But I did it, and I managed to, you know, I'm proud of myself, and it's something that I'm actually happy that I know how to save, and I'm actually happy that I surround myself with people who do know how to save. I'm proud of myself that I'm able to work 2 jobs, I'm going to school full-time, and I'm still able to manage having a social life and stuff like that, and trying to do something new, and have this fresh outlook on life. I guess you could say I have this fresh outlook on life, and I'm super excited, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope I was helpful in some way or some form or some manner. If you guys have any more questions, write underneath, I guess, and